So hi everyone, this is Rupak Saini here. So I'm working as a business analyst in IT industry for the past 15 years. And today we have Nitin Deswal with us, who has cracked CBAP in the very first attempt. And this is what our topic is. So here we would like to chat with Nitin and understand his journey in terms of first of all, preparing and then clearing the exam in the very first attempt. So hi Nitin, welcome to this session. And first of all, we would like you to tell something about yourself.
Thanks, Rupak. Thank you for having me. Like you have already mentioned, my name is Nitin. I have been in the business analysis field from quite some time now. I started my journey back in 2015, and then I worked as an analyst, technical analyst. Then I did my MBA, worked again as a business analyst, project manager. Then now I'm working as a business analyst again in a global bank. So I have been related to this industry from quite some time now. Now I wouldn't say that I have done any other job apart from this. I have also been in the field of consulting and sales as well. But mostly my career has been in the business analysis field. So yeah, that is all about me. I've worked on projects like regulatory reporting, digital journey design. Then I have worked on AI/ML as well, data migration. So my experience have been quite varied in the business analysis world.
Yeah, and that's what business analyst is all about. Basically, working across diverse fields, different kind of projects, and that is how we gain the experience. And so then the next thing we would like to ask you is why CBAP? So why did you decide to go for CBAP certification exam and not any other certification?
Okay, so Rupak, when I was working with one of the industries in the insurance sector, I came across ECBA, which is Entry Certificate in Business Analysis, one of the entry level certifications conducted by IIBA. That is when I came across CBAP as well. But at that time, I was, kind of new to the field, had those speculations whether I will be able to clear it or not. So I thought, let's just start the journey with the first step, which is ECBA. So that is when I came to know about CBAP, and I have been following IIB from very long now. So there are other certifications as well, like you said, there is BCS, but my interest has always been into IIBA certifications. And like I said, I've been knowing these certifications from quite some time. So it was always CBAP. CBAP has always been the target.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think that's a valid point because it's one of the most widely recognized certification from a body which has recognized BA practice from quite a while. So yeah, it's top notch, I think, in the market right now. So very valid point, Nitin. So now the most important question, which I think most of the people are confused about who want to appear for CBAP, as to how did you go about your preparation? I mean, how did you start? What all did you think? How did this whole journey go in terms of the preparation?
Okay, so I'll be really honest. My ECBA preparation helped me a lot. When I was preparing for ECBA, generally when you prepare for ECBA through a training institute, it takes a month or two or max 3 months, but it took me around 6 to 9 months, and I feel it was kind of a blessing in disguise. Reason being, I went through every single word in BABOK, so I had a good understanding of what BABOK is all about. So that helped me, and Techcanvass has always been a support system for me. It helped me to come back to that schedule of preparing for CBAP. I started my journey, I remember, 12 months back. It took me almost 12 months to complete CBAP, but it was on and off. So if you want to take an average time which an individual takes to clear CBAP is around, again, 3 to 6 months, depending upon their priorities, depending upon the work they are currently doing. But it took me 12 months, like I said, on and off. Okay. So ECBA helped me. My BABOK knowledge helped me. And then I had practical experience in business analysis world. That helped me. and Techcanvass helped me. So that was all
Yeah.
about my preparation. So I already
Okay.
had that knowledge, Rupak. So I wouldn't lie, and I'll be really
Mhm.
honest.
But in terms of going through BABOK, and so how many times did you have to actually go and understand the concepts or maybe relate your practical experience with those concepts to be able to get the confidence that your preparation is completed? So did
Yeah,
you make any plan on that regards?
yeah, I did actually. Like when I introduced myself, I said I've been in the business analysis world from quite some
Mhm.
time, but took me, say, I don't remember the count actually, but I have gone through BABOK, say, multiple times. I mean,
Okay.
maybe 6 times, 7 times. I don't remember the count, but it has been, whenever I got time, I just picked up a book, I started reading it.
Oh, okay.
So a person like me who has been in the industry from quite some time has to read BABOK, because the reason is, some the things which you learn in your professional experience might not be relatable to BABOK. So that's the
Mhm.
major point, where BABOK has to be read multiple times. So my strategy was to first go through the entire book, starting from page one till the last page. Then I went back on the techniques, guidelines, stakeholders. So that was my preparation strategy. But yeah, I went through the book quite a few times, quite a number of times.
Okay. So I think one of the most important lesson here is to go through BABOK because being the single most relevant
Yeah,
material for this exam. So as much
yeah,
as an aspirant goes through BABOK, the better. Yeah.
yeah. And do not try to relate BABOK, or do not question BABOK based on your
Mhm.
professional experience. It may or may not fall
Mhm.
into what you have learned
Okay.
while working as a business analyst, while working as, say, someone else like a QA tester, anyone. So
Mhm.
do not compare that. It will fall flat if you do that, honestly.
Okay. Noted. Very valid. So in your journey, which you explained in terms of your preparation, so you would have certainly faced maybe a challenge or two, or maybe more than that in your journey where you felt like maybe why am I going for it and it's taking too much, it's becoming overwhelming. Did you ever
Yeah.
felt any such challenge, and if yes, how did you overcome it in your journey?
I actually did, at one stage. So what I did was, I like I mentioned in the beginning, started preparing for it 12 months back. Took training, enrolled for the training from Techcanvass. When the training was completed, I thought, I'll just prepare for a month and then I'll give the exams. But things didn't go as per plan. And just so what I did was, I was like, let me now finalize the date. So this is my date, this is my target date, and now I'll prepare accordingly based on the exam date. So 1 month, I wouldn't even say 1 month. I would say 2 weeks. 2 weeks just before the exam, I got a text from Nazni, and she was like, "When are you preparing to write your CBAP exam?" I was like, "Very
Hmm.
soon." And then I was like, I was thinking in the back of my mind, I don't know whether I'll clear it or not. But then she was like, probably you, I mean, we are sure that you'll clear it. And I was not confident about myself, honestly. But yeah, one challenge was time management, and second was
Hmm.
that self confidence, which came at a very later stage during this journey of preparing for CBAP. So it becomes quite
Okay.
overwhelming, actually. There is so much to
Hmm.
read, there's so much to grasp, there's so much to understand. So sometimes, you kind of have that self doubt whether I'll be able to do it or not. But then it happened. It just happened.
No, great. I mean, a lot of people, I think, they start preparing and then they get lost because of maybe the overwhelming nature of the entire course
Yeah.
curriculum or stuff like that. And also, so did the sample questions or stimulation test help you out in terms of gaining the required confidence that now you are ready? Or how was it like?
It definitely did. When I first gave the first mock test, I mean mock test number one, I was almost there, and I was like, and I went into that self doubt mode, whether I'll be able to do it or not. I mean, I've been working as a business analyst since so many years now. I've done ECBA. I know how BIBOK works, but then also I was not able to do, get that benchmark. So But simulation definitely helped. When I went on Mock 2, Mock 3, Mock 4, it definitely improved. And the major part of these simulated tests are just do not focus on the elements which are going wrong. Also focus on the elements which you are able to judge
Mm.
correctly, understand various scenarios which would be possible for those questions. So that really helped me. And by the time I was close to my exam date, I kind of had an idea about, say, if it is business analysis planning and monitoring, which is BAPM, what
Mm-hmm.
type of questions can be asked from BAPM. So if it is RADD, what type of questions can come out of RADD. So I got that holistic picture from
Okay.
these simulated tests. So it really helped me in getting through and understanding what type of questions will be asked.
And in terms of time management during the exam, so is it like the
Mhm.
exam time duration good enough for maybe writing the answers to these scenario based and case study based questions? Because most of the questions, as we understand, are scenario or case study based. So did you
Yeah,
do
yeah,
any
yeah.
specific preparation in terms of managing your time during the exam, or is there
I
any
I kind
strategy?
of knew, yeah, sorry. I kind of knew that what would be the pattern of exam, how it will be conducted, and all those things. So I had close to 30-40 questions which were case study related, and rest of the questions were case study, but not lengthy case studies.
Okay.
But these 30-40 questions were, kind of had long case studies. You had numericals, you had scenarios. So my strategy, which many people follow, was to start from the back, start from the end, and then go
Hmm.
back on these case study questions. Sometimes these case
Okay.
study questions, I did have few questions where the answer was just in the last 2-3 lines.
Oh, okay.
Rest of the element was kind of distraction. But then when you're sitting in the exam, you're in that state that I have to read everything so that I
Right.
don't miss out
Absolutely.
on any of the elements. But for me, it was there that those 2-3 lines gave me the answer. Last 2-3 lines.
And that's where the complexity come in, right? Because there is this huge case study and we are not sure whether to read through it completely or whether to
Yeah,
just scan through it
yeah,
to be able to write the answers. So that is what maybe can be overwhelming, because we know that there will be quite a few case studies, and if we get stuck in one for a very long time, then it may maybe be difficult to
absolutely,
complete the exam on time. But yeah, so there is
absolutely.
a useful tip, yeah, you gave where that maybe better to go through the question first and then maybe go through the case study and then see if we are able to
Yeah.
relate. So that's a very valid point. So you have already told us about the time that it took for you to maybe start the
Mhm.
preparation to when did you sit for the exam. But generally, you felt there is some difference which could be made by if somebody is able to focus regularly on the preparation. So have you seen maybe people clearing in 3 months, 4 months, or generally does it take this long to prepare? Because quite a few
I
people
have
I
seen.
know want to prepare and just give the exam in a few months time. So
Okay,
that's why I'm
I
asking you.
have I have seen, you're absolutely right on that. I've seen people clearing this exam in 1 month as well. But then
Hmm.
the amount of material, the amount of content it has, it depends on you, honestly, Rupak. If
Hmm.
you're able to divide that content, if you're able to plan it properly, you can do it in a month. But
Okay.
on an average, for an individual who is working, say, 9 to 6, has a family, has want to maintain
Hmm.
work-life balance, it generally takes around 3 months,
Okay.
depending upon, say, spending 2 to 3 hours every day, spending 4 to 5 hours on a weekend. So it takes around 3 months on an average. My case was different. I
Hmm.
took 12 months on and off.
No, that's fine. Yeah, as you said, so there are multiple aspects that we are looking at when
Yeah,
we
yeah, yeah. It,
have
it
to sit for
completely
an
depends on
exam.
the
Mm-hmm.
individual and, yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
circumstances which
Yeah,
they are in.
and how many hours a person can maybe put
Yeah, yeah,
in a day or a
absolutely.
week. Mm. And then you also mentioned about Tech Canvas that it really helped you maybe in the preparation. So was it
Yeah.
the entire training course or the question bank, or what was the aspect of from the Tech Canvas training that helped you out or made your journey simple?
So I've been in touch with Tech Canvas from quite some time now. So I know how efficient and how great the team is. So one thing which Techcanvass helped me was in coming back to that schedule, coming back into that
Okay.
reading mode. It sometimes becomes hard when you have left the study and then you want to prepare for a certification.
Mm-hmm.
So that is where it really helped me. Plus, Satish is a phenomenal instructor.
Okay.
So I was able to revise all the content, all the material, everything which I have learned during my ECBA certification, could relate it to the examples which he was quoting during the sessions. And the support team has always been great. Nazni, Abhishek himself is a great instructor and a great leader. So Techcanvass was really helpful, provided me all the materials, all the resources, whenever I needed. So hats off to them, and thank you all for the support. Yeah, it was amazing. It has
Okay.
always been amazing, honestly. All these interactions with Techcanvass.
Yeah, because what I have also felt with people reaching out to me, that there is always this doubt in them as to which organization to go for in the preparation, because more or
Yeah,
less everybody know that just by themselves it's very difficult to go through everything and in a structured
yeah.
manner so that you are able to prepare. So there is a
I,
bit of a confusion in individuals
I
who
can
aspire
certainly
to go
vouch
into
for
the.
Tech Canvas.
Mm,
I can certainly vouch for Tech Canvas. I mean, there's no doubt. There's no second thought in my mind. If I have to prepare for any certification related to business analysis, it will be Tech Canvas. No other institute in India, at least in India, honestly.
mhm. No, that's why we see a lot of people, clearing the certification after taking training and going through the course from
Yeah,
Tech Canvas, be it self-paced or instructor-led. So we see a lot
yeah.
of testimonials from different CBAP who have earned CBAP recently. So, and that is why Tech Canvas is becoming, I think, the major primary organization for preparing for this exam. So good that
And
you
Tech,
also
Tech
go for
Canvas
that.
Tech Canvas provides you a very balanced training structure. The pricing model and the material, it is quite balanced when you compare against the other institutes which are already there. Like I said, I said India earlier, but not just in India, it is worldwide as well. Just compare Tech Canvas
Hmm.
pricing model and the material they provide. The comparison is phenomenal, and
Hmm.
it is unbeatable, unmatchable, honestly.
Yeah. And that's why the aspirants are mostly confused, that because they are looking for a value for money kind of a course, and everybody want to
Yeah,
clear in first
definitely.
attempt. Nobody want to maybe reappear and then go through that pressure if they can maybe clear the exam in
Absolutely.
even the second attempt. So that is what I think, the very first time it should be the right
Absolutely.
approach which everybody looks for. So I think one of the most essential thing which people who want to take some shortcuts, maybe those shortcuts are not there in this kind of exam, but any tips or tricks you want to give that you had in your preparation, which really, is known to aspirants because they've still maybe not started or maybe not taken any training or not even started their journey in preparation. So any quick tips or tricks that you have in terms of both the aspects in preparation as well as during the time of the exam you
Okay.
want. Mm.
I have many actually. Let me just figure out which one to start with. So during preparation, there is no shortcut at all. You rightly said,
Mm.
Rupak. You can't just clear this exam by reading BABOK I
Mm.
mean, just once. It will take time to capture or gather all those content. Sorry. So there is no shortcut for preparation. Make your notes, understand the keywords, focus on inputs, outputs, guidelines. There are so many things in WebOp which you have to focus on. So no shortcut for preparation. During the exam, there are few tips and tricks which you can follow. One is we just spoke about it a few minutes back. Focus on the last lines of the questions.
Mm.
Sometimes the answer is in that line itself rather than the complete case study. That is the first one. Um, Second one, which I'm going to quote, is everyone has been following this who have cleared CBAP, is to start from the end.
Mm.
And third one would be simulated questions. These simulated
Mm.
questions really helps you. in understanding how that pattern would be. And when you, like I quoted few minutes back as well, just do not focus on what went wrong, focus on what went right as well. Understand what else could be done for that particular question. What other types of questions can be asked from that topic. So these are few tips and tricks. Lastly, my suggestion would be to take offline exam. Reason being, when you take the online exam, you kind of get confined to your location, and it becomes quite difficult because it's a long hour exam. It's close to 3.5 hours exam, and if you're confined to your location, it becomes uncomfortable. So my thought was, I'll go to the center, I'll give that exam, I'll give CBAP over there. So it worked well for me. So probably it will work well for others as well.
Okay. Yeah, quite a few handy ones here, especially which I'll try giving to the people I know who are planning to appear for CBAP, because I know a lot of people maybe start preparing, but as I said, they get lost in the journey. So these kind of sessions, especially from CBAP recipients like you, really help a lot. And I feel the viewers, who will go through this particular discussion with you will really gain a lot of benefit, because I know a lot of people are looking to go for these certifications and really want some kind of guidance and support around it. And as you said, no better than Techcanvass, who can give them a very structured training course and material. So yeah, these were the set of questions that I had in mind, Nitin. And any last things which you want to specify in terms of how has the life already changed, or are you looking for maybe a change in career ladder by going through CBAP, or how do you foresee your career changing?
Change in career ladder, I don't know what's going to happen in future. So nothing on that part, but definitely a milestone which was there on my mind when I read about ECBA like long back. So I decided at that very moment that someday or the other I will try for CBAP. So it was a milestone on my CV, milestone in my career, and an ultimate certificate which a business analyst can do. It definitely increases your credibility in the market. It builds that confidence. It boosts your confidence. It gives you a very good understanding of what business analysis is all about.
Right.
It covers every element of business analysis. So yeah, a must have certifications for someone who wants to build a career in this field. CBAP is the ultimate certification which you can go for, and Techcanvass is, I don't know, I will fall short of words. When it comes to training institute, Techcanvass has been the greatest for me of all times.
Great. Yeah, so thanks a lot, Nitin. Thanks for sharing your entire preparation journey and also the relevance of Techcanvass in your preparation. So thank you very much. I hope all the viewers of this session will definitely gain a lot of benefit and will get the right boost to appear for the exam and clear it as well. So thank you.
Thank you for
thanks a lot.
me.
Yeah, pleasure.
Bye. Take care.